5, 4, 3.
And friends, you see Dr. Julia Schulenberg. Maybe you know her. She's been on here quite a bit. I've known Dr. J, we call her affectionately here in Dallas, for many, many years. My wife is a dear friend of yours. Thank you for your lovely hosting of appointments and the people we send to you. Everybody just raves about you. You're not only have a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing and worked in ICU and critical care for years, but then you went on to become a naturopathic doctor, and as such you learned about the Eastern, and knowing the Western philosophy of medicines, you learned about so many other non-traditional approaches. What do you find most blessed with your knowledge of being an ND, a naturopathic doctor? What are the one or two things that really strike you as that's why I can help so many people?
Because I can talk to them about their mental and emotional health as well. And I can approach them with a whole person perspective and not just look at their bodies and say, okay, they need this medicine or they need this drug. I can actually educate them. I can teach them on lifestyle and diet, and then also determine comprehensively what their family history is, but then also any traumatic experiences and psycho-emotional conflicts or blocks that they have, because that all affects the physical health. So we can attribute disease to soul sickness. So
and stress.
Yes, and stress. And I would define soul sickness as mental and emotional stress.
Past or current?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Experiential and current.
What has the last 2.5 years, I mean, the world changed. Something slipped off its axis and something happened. Are you seeing more and more patients with that burden when they come in? Sure, my ear is ringing, but when you dig deeper than an eardrop or an antibiotic, what you're saying is a naturopathic doctor can find things that normally a traditional doctor may not.
Yes. Especially in the last couple years, people are hearing about and thinking about all the problems in the world, and we certainly have a lot of those problems. So when you think about those problems in the world, then it produces an emotion of fear. When you have an emotion of fear, that activates the sympathetic nervous system and your fight and flight mechanism. That will also then activate high cortisol levels, and then you can produce gastric irritability, reduce pancreatic enzymes that affects the digestive system, reduce hydrochloric acid production that also affects the person's digestive system. So then people come in with gastric issues. They come in with high sympathetic nervous system overdrive. They come in with lymphatic congestion, because that fear and that irritability also causes a irritability and dysfunction of the lymphatic system as well. So then you can just go on and on and on of everything that it's affecting: the circulatory system, the liver, the gallbladder, the kidneys, the bladder.
Do you have ways of quantifying what's going on? Because I know a doctor visit is, it really hurts. Okay, well, let's schedule surgery, but take some anti-inflammatories first. How do you know these soul ties to illness? How do you know of what's going on with a person?
Well, I take subjectively, I ask the questions, and then they tell me what's going on. Objectively, then I use a specific scanner and also some autonomic response testing to see how that what areas of the body is weakened. Now, how do I know, tie together the soul sickness or the mind and emotions with the physical illness? It has to do with, I'm going to say, recall healing, that's science, and a history of German New Medicine. That's where they connect the subconscious mind to physical illness.
Do you know ACIM, Academy of Complementary Integrative? Dr. Cowden, I have introduced 2 or 3, when I was hosting that, I introduced 2 or 3 other health professionals that talked about the dovetail of what stress really does to us, recall the past, etc. This is fascinating. Folks, for more information, I wish I could talk to you all day. Holistic Healing JS, Julia Schulenberg, Holistic Healing with an H, HOLISTIC, holistichealingjs.com. Thank you for coming in today. Great talking with you.
Thank you.
You bet. That's really good.